This recording is in progress. Hello, everybody. It's what is this? This is Monday. Oh yeah, Monday. On Monday we do stuff. We talk to people, some very nice people. It's our pop-up program, and it is heard here every Monday at 4 o'clock on Facebook. Why I'm doing it on Facebook, I have no idea. I could do it on YouTube, but I do it on Facebook. Why? Because I got nothing better to do with my miserable, horrible life. My wife isn't even here on the show. She's not even ready to go. Where is she? I left her in the other room. She was watching repeats of David Letterman, which has been her latest thing. And I guess she doesn't care. But we'll do it, and we'll bring her in when she wants to join the show. Oh, here, look at who we got here, though. We got Charlene, and we've got Mike Chisholm, and we got Paul Levin, Francis Witt, Andrew Deutsch, John Ewing, Len LaFrisco. Oh, here comes Marjorie, and the lovely and attractive Edward Berger.
That's right.
Right.
That never gets old.
Do a show with him. Okay, doing that just right. Hello to Mike Chisholm. We had a nice time last weekend, didn't we?
Oh man, it was fortuitous. We had a time that was laced with serendipity.
Yeah, and there's nothing like having anything laced with serendipity,
right?
Yeah. No, I did a thing with Mike Chisholm that I regularly do, where we get together and we just talk, right? And I put it on the Late Show because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to fill up a half hour. Okay. And so he helps me do it. And I called the other day, and who was calling you at the same time?
Yeah. Well, it was fantastic. I had 3 or 4 things I wanted to talk to you about. And then suddenly, as we are just getting the audio levels, former Letterman Uber producer Robert Morton was just calling me. He happened to be returning my call.
Yeah.
And when I picked up, I told him what we were doing. And he's like, pipe me in. I want to talk to Alex. And so we piped him in, and then it became an all-new show.
We did 2 shows.
Yep.
Did 2 shows with it. It was amazing. And
it's going to be a Letterman podcast, too. It's our first official mashup, which I've been wanting to do one of those for a long time.
You're probably going to wind up running it before me, right? When are you
Maybe. Depends on when you run yours.
Well, I'm going to run mine, the first one, on Thursday.
Okay, so you'll beat me to it, but then Friday, my episode will come out. It's a perfect mashup. That's great. I love it. But we had a great time, and Morty was so happy. He was so happy to talk to you. He had such a ball.
That was wonderful. You know, the thing I like about Bob Morton, they call him Morty. That's why we're calling him Morty. The great thing about Bob Morton was that, well, while we were talking, I mentioned something. I referred to my wife. And he said, oh, you mean Marjorie?
Yep.
He'd only met her once, briefly, at the Shecky Memorial.
Yep.
And he remembered her name. That's wonderful. That's why he's a success, is because he remembers people's names.
Yeah, Jack Welch, the former NBC GE guy.
Yes.
He remembered everybody's name. He was a friend of my uncle's. I met him once. I saw him again years later. He goes, hi, Len, how are you? Crazy.
How do they do that? That's amazing.
I don't know.
I at this point in my life, I refer to Marjorie as what's her name?
Girlfriend.
Well, I've always been terrible at remembering names because, as I put it, I don't remember people's names because I'm so consumed by myself. But I was always very bad at kind of remembering names and so on and so forth. But I could remember movie stars' names, and now we look at television, and that's that person who was in that thing.
Right. They're all kind of generic now. I don't know what it is.
What? All the people
Yeah, just the stars. These names. I see them. I know the names, but I don't know who they are.
I tell you, there's only one that isn't generic that you will always remember. I'm trying to remember her name now. Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do you know that she is the highest paid star in Hollywood?
Really?
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
For her.
Yeah. And now she's in another blockbuster, this Jurassic Park thing, and she just goes on making money for other people, and it only makes her worth more. Yeah.
Mm.
But we were watching a Conan O'Brien where he
Boy.
has a little girl come on who was supposed to be a spelling bee champ. And it was the first appearance on television by Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Oh, no
Was-
kidding.
I think 8 years old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's smart.
yeah.
Oh, she's a very smart woman. She boasts, and you know something, like all these other women who go out and blow their money on drugs, which Marjorie and I do, by the way. It's our favorite hobby. She owns buildings here in New York City. She has invested her money all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
very smart woman, good actress. And she appears in everything. Okay.
Mm.
I'm sure if there's an independent picture that can only pay her like $5, she'll do it because she likes the work, you know. So
Mhm, mhm.
it's great.
And she seems to be one of those child actors that seems well adjusted, which is a rare thing.
Incredibly well adjusted.
Her
Yeah.
first appearance on Letterman, she was 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But she well adjusted. And you know,
For the horse whisperer, for those who are wondering. I see some quizzical looks.
I forgot she was in that. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow, that was her.
Yeah.
Yep.
that was her.
She was the kid who got in the accident.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The first time I ever saw her was in a picture with what was it called? It was based on a graphic novel.
In City?
No, World, something World. Oh, what is it? Oh, God. I'll remember it. Here, I can look it up, actually. IMDb.
Yeah.
IMDb. And then I go Scarlett Johansson. See, I go, let me see here. Where do I go here? I'm trying to.
Not
Oh, you're
not
talking about
Jurassic.
Ghost. You're
Oh,
talking
there
about
we
Ghost
go.
World.
What?
Ghost World.
Ghost World.
Ghost World. Yeah.
That's what you're
That was
talking about.
it. Anyway, that was the first picture I saw her in, and I thought she was terrific. It's a terrific movie if you've never seen it, by the way. You've seen it, haven't you, Marjorie? I've shown it to you.
Ghost World?
Ghost World, yeah. Steve Buscemi is in it, and it's very, very, very strange little film about two girls who graduate high school and they don't know what they're going to do with their lives. And Scarlett Johansson is the one who finds out what she's going to do with her life. I mean, she's very grounded, and the other kid isn't. And the other kid is played by that girl who was in that film with Kevin Spacey,
Thora Birch.
Thora Birch.
Four birds. Yeah.
You know who her mother is?
Mrs. Birch.
Thora Birch. And then what was the film I was thinking of? The one that
Ghost World.
no, before Ghost World. It was the one that I think won an Academy Award, as a matter of fact, Best Picture. The girl with the rose petals falling down on her and all of that.
Oh, she was
American
in
Beauty.
American
Beauty.
American
Yeah.
Beauty.
American Beauty. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that
She
movie.
plays the daughter in that.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
then
love that movie.
Her mother was one of the stars of, hold on to your seats, folks, Deep Throat.
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
She played the nurse,
Real.
and her
Oh.
father was also a porn actor. And you know,
What?
Connor, she went under the name of in Deep Throat.
Hmm.
And the daughter became she's still making movies, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Is that why her last name was Wood?
Was Wood?
Getting Wood?
No. But I mean, what the heck, when I said, that she was her parents were porn stars, I said, well, what do you expect? Everybody has sex, and them more than anybody else, But it was good. Anyway, I don't remember names anymore. It's just like, huh? What's going on up here? So anyway, in a couple of weeks, I won't remember any of you either. If you didn't have your names under your picture. Hello, Mandy. You well, hold on. Oh,
Hello.
there you are. Hi, Mandy. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Uh-huh. What are you working on?
I am checking stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Good
what I
stuff.
used to do too. I used to check.
I mean, I'm just checking my employee stuff to make sure I'm going through some emails, make sure she did it.
Who's this?
A girl that I work with.
And she sent you an email?
Well, I've got some emails and I was just kind of following it, make sure she did stuff that
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds exciting there at work, isn't it?
very exciting.
Yeah. Of course, you could go into show business and really be bored.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was I talking to the other day about just the fact that oh yeah, I was talking to a guy I know, Brian Copeland. He's and then he went into radio and he wound up in radio for quite a few years in San Francisco radio. And I said to him, so what are you doing now that there isn't any radio left? And he said, you're right. There's no radio. It's just all indicated stuff and like that, And it's just, and television, network television is starting to disappear.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah.
Huh? Well, why is
It's
it
terrible.
Why is it terrible? How good was network television?
It was never good.
Yeah, right.
You, sir, have clearly never seen L.A. Law.
Or Gunsmoke.
Right.
The West Wing. I mean, those are good shows.
West Wing, yeah.
I love the West Wing.
Yeah, but there are shows that last. Well, West Wing isn't network.
West
was
Wing was
network.
NBC.
Yeah, it was.
What do you mean it was
Yeah.
network? It was HBO.
No, it was a network.
Oh,
Newsroom.
no, sir.
Newsroom was HBO.
You think
No. Wait a minute. Westworld. You're talking about
West Wing.
West
Wing.
Wing.
West Wing.
Former President
Wing.
Bartlett.
Oh, West Wing. West Wing
Yeah.
was a good show. Yeah.
Good show.
What about
I don't know if they could get away with that show now.
I don't know.
I don't know if it would be a success now.
Oh, they'd get sued over it.
Yeah.
It was a fairy tale back then. Now it would just be so unrealistic that it's just, it was such a fairy tale. It was such a love letter to people who loved government service and
Yeah.
wanted to serve.
Mhm.
Then you go and watch. I can't believe it. I'm
South
forgetting
Park?
now too. Thanks, Alex. I'm forgetting it. Kevin Spacey's
House of Cards.
House of
Cards.
Cards. Go watch
Yeah.
House of Cards, and that's like, oh, okay, this is what it's really like.
Yeah.
West Wing was
Yeah.
the love letter, right?
House of Cards was a good show in the beginning.
Yeah, it
It
was.
House of Cards.
Yeah, first few years.
Until they decided to go after Kevin Spacey for being, for the Me Too stuff. And
Yeah.
none of it was true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my question is he working again?
A little bit.
Is he?
Oh, okay. I hope
I
so.
think so.
I mean,
think so.
he really should because
Yeah, he's
he
a good
never
actor.
got found guilty
He
of
was a good actor.
He's a
Oh,
great
God,
actor.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree
I
with-
went to a bar mitzvah. He was the men's room attendant.
Well, isn't Louis C.K. kind of coming back from his little
well,
deal?
Louis C.
Well, Louis been back for a while.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what happened with Louis. Louis got screwed in that whole deal. I mean, yes, he did expose himself to 3 women, but he asked first, and I think
hasn't.
that's a sign of a true gentleman. Okay, he asked first. He really got a bum deal, and I like Louis. Louis is a great guy.
Yeah.
He came back and then got the Emmy and the Grammy. Was that what it was? He got the Emmy.
Well,
and the
here's
Grammy?
what happened. He did a lot of went back to doing what he does best. He went out on the road, and because he got the notoriety and a lot of people felt sorry for him, everybody showed up. He did great business on the road, still does.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, that was like Chappelle.
but-
Everyone.
But he, wait a minute, let me finish.
Yeah.
He actually had on the air something like 7 different television series.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mm.
career was going really well, and then
And they were all good.
And they were all good
Absolutely.
too. Yeah. Better Things, Louis, that was another show, and I can't name all the others, but every time you turn around there, you'd see Louis C.K.'s credit on a show.
Horace and Pete.
Hmm?
Horace and Pete. That was one of his
Horace
shows.
and Pete, yeah.
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 And then self-releasing everything. Like he was building this empire, like where he would,
Yeah.
he didn't have to get into bed with network
All of a
television.
sudden, overnight, boom,
Mhm.
disappears. And it's because people just, I mean, it was that people wouldn't hire him. That was the problem. Networks got afraid of him, and yet they had no reason to, because out on the road, he's as popular as he's ever been. And good for him. I
Yeah.
like it when people say "screw you," and do it in a very positive way. I'm very proud of the people over at South Park who, after signing a contract for $1.5 billion, decided,
One of the
hey, screw you, Paramount. Watch this first episode.
Yeah.
funniest goddamn thing I've
4.5
ever seen.
What?
$4.5 billion.
No, it was 1.2 billion.
No, 4.5 for the whole contract with their streaming of the previous episodes and everything else.
Well, there's a lot of other money they have coming in, but the actual contract with Paramount was 1.5 billion.
Yeah.
So
I had no idea that Donald Trump had such a small penis. I'm glad they told me.
yeah, that was just wonderful.
Boy,
I
that
knew
was funny.
I knew about banging Satan, but the
And it's
penis
wonderful.
size I wasn't aware
It's
of.
wonderful what you can do with AI these days.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
whole thing of him in the desert looks just like it could be Donald.
Oh my
The
god.
only thing they missed was he should have taken off the underwear to show the diaper before he went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, something
yeah.
they still have
It
another.
was brilliant.
They still have another 9 episodes this season, so who knows what they're going to do. But I mean, we were talking to Morty about the whole Colbert thing, and he said, "Don't believe anything anybody tells you. It wasn't financial."
Yeah.
He
He
said,
said that there
Absolutely
was no
not.
way that show wasn't making money.
he said that he basically said there was no way that show wasn't making money. And this guy should know. He knows the economics of it all. He had to sign paychecks, for crying out loud.
And the people.
No.
He knows the people that are involved too. Like
Yeah.
And they get hundreds of millions of views on their YouTube videos.
Yeah. It's a long shot, but it's possible now that the merger was approved that they miraculously see a surge in audience because he was fired, and they decide to put the show back on.
Right.
There's a possibility.
I think
If-
they made guarantees to
That wasn't one of them.
That wasn't one of them.
That's not one in the contract. The one in the contract is to basically bend over backwards with the news network and let
He
it
needs,
become
he
another
needs to
Fox
end
News.
up on HBO or something where he can really let loose.
Well, I think that's probably where he'll go, and I think that a lot of people have found that's the best place to go because you can be free. You know,
Right.
you can do whatever you want to do, and
Like Bill Maher.
Yeah, he's been there for 20 years. Yeah.
Netflix doesn't care. You
Right.
know, all they care is that you get eyeballs and you get subscriptions for them. That's
Right.
all they care about. That's their only collateral. You
The
know?
John
Netflix
Oliver-
idea is interesting because they tried it with Mulaney with Everybody's Live, which I absolutely loved that show, by the way. I thought it was fantastic. All the awkward moments, everything, I loved it. But they clearly want to have an entry into a late night genre, and they haven't been able to quite hit it. Netflix is such a smart idea. We released a clip of the show on the Letterman Podcast Facebook group. And Morty, he went another way. I love Morty. Morty was like, he told Alex and I, he goes, I think he's going to completely pivot. I think he's going to end up as a Broadway star, which I could totally see too. I could totally see him.
Well,
doing
he
it.
was on Broadway.
Yeah.
He did Sondheim.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The chances of him going to HBO are slim because Oliver's so well placed, and they have Bill Maher.
I think we got too many.
Netflix is the possibility.
But what I would do if I were Netflix, I'd say, look, let's rent that theater. Let's get your
Buy
money back. Let's just redo the whole show the way it's been done all along.
Yeah.
You know, it's only going to cost them, according to Morty, that show costs $100 million a year to do.
Yeah.
And there could be
Wow.
cost-cutting measures. He said that when Letterman was doing that show, he had 12 writers. Colbert has 20.
Yep.
He doesn't need 20 writers. He can get along on 12.
Well, the same day that we had our conversation with Morty, Dave finally released a video talking about his reaction to the whole thing, and it was with Barbara Gates, who was his last executive producer at Late Show. And I mean, both of them are kind of looking like, we cut costs on the show all the time. Every once in a while, the network would come and they'd say, okay, we need to cut some costs. And we cut the costs and it got done. So, yeah, it's completely ridiculous. The idea.
Dave used to make what, 30 million a year doing that show?
No, he actually took a pay cut later on. But when he came over to CBS, the big thing was the $14 million a year salary in '93 when they started Late Show. That was a huge.
And that's what Colbert is getting now in today's money.
Exactly. Like they backed up.
But I think he got upwards around 30 million before they cut him back a little bit.
Plus, he owned the show. Like that's the other part too. Like,
yeah,
this is the other thing that I emailed somebody in the Letterman camp, and I've heard crickets. Not a surprise. I hear crickets mostly when I email them. I said they should try and buy the Late Show library from CBS with Colbert. They should try and buy that library off them. If they're getting rid of the franchise, I believe Worldwide Pants still owns.
What do they need with it? Yeah.
Well, they could do what they're doing with the Letterman channel.
Anyway, I read a thing today about, and this, we say we never talk about politics here, and this isn't really politics. This is media and what's happening to media. And it said that there's just the whole network scheme of things and network news and shows where people do monologues that have opinions are a thing of the past. They're worried on CBS what's going to happen to that whole news operation. I mean, they used to call it the Tiffany Network.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's pretty much just,
Walmart.
Tiffany Trump.
What are those disposable plastic bowls that you have?
The dollar store.
Chinette.
Huh? It's the Chinette Network. Yeah.
I believe the Tiffany Network was a thing of the past. The moment 2.5 Men showed up on.
I think 2.5 Men was such a gross show. I loved it.
Oh, I loved it.
I think that was one of the funniest shows. I love anything Glory does.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think he's greatly misunderstood. He did a show on CBS a few years ago that I loved, and it was all based on the fact that a guy needed a kidney.
Oh yeah, Plan B, I think.
Be positive.
Be positive, yeah.
Right.
Be positive, yeah.
I thought it starred a Broadway actress here, and it was big on Broadway.
He was very good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show.
And it was a great show. It was a great show, but it only lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Chuck Lorre's done some great stuff. They just killed a show over at HBO Max, which he was producing, about 2 bookies.
They killed that?
Very funny. Yeah, they killed it. Yeah, it was very funny. But they bought another show from him. I can't remember what it is. But, television's got a lot of problems. And it has for years. It hasn't been that good. I mean, CBS runs nothing but cop shows. One cop.
You say that like that's a bad thing.
Huh?
Well, you say that like that's a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. Marjorie loves her cop shows.
I love cop shows.
But she loves her British cop shows.
Yeah.
The one show I like on CBS is Amazing Race, and now I'm considering boycotting it, and I've watched every single season of that show.
Why are you boycotting it?
Because I'm mad at them.
Why? Oh, because of Colbert, yeah.
Because of Colbert and just the whole they settled with Trump instead of fighting that crap with 60 Minutes. And
the fact was they could have fought it.
Okay, Alex, I was planning on asking you this when we were just you and I.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about journalistic integrity here, okay? Because
You're
if I have it right,
about journalistic integrity.
Well, I'm gonna ask if anybody will have an opinion, it's you. Okay, so the way I have it is they have this interview with Kamala. They ask her a question.
Yeah.
And in the editing process, they take an answer from a different question and put it in there to make her sound better. Is that to me, that sounds like if I did that on a podcast, the guest would be
But that isn't what
absolutely.
they did. That isn't what they
That's
did.
not what they
That's
did.
not what they did.
That's not
Okay.
what
No.
they did. No.
They edited out a pause.
Yeah, well, what
That's
they
all it was?
what he
Yeah.
was bothered about was that they ran promos for the interview with Kamala giving an answer to something, and it didn't show up in the final edited interview.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's all, you know. And quite frankly, if you're doing a news program and it's called 60 Minutes, it's not called 5 hours, you know. and what you in any, but Trump should know that any interview he's ever done has been edited, and it's edited for time. It's not edited for making you look good or bad. Okay. It's edited for time. And you know, you got to make it to 60 minutes. And what happened on that particular show was Kamala Harris was on the show. The other half hour was supposed to be Donald Trump, but he turned it down. That alone would get the case thrown out of court. Okay,
Yeah.
but he didn't take the opportunity to say what he had to say. You know, and of course they would edit him too, and he would be very mad at that. But you know, that's what you do when you're doing a news interview program. You edit it. You know, so
Right. But the scenario I described, to me, that's offside, right? If that were the case, that would be
It's
something
not
that is
the case. That's
offside,
not
right?
what they did. It's not what they did.
Yeah, no. I hear you. I
Yeah.
just,
That's not what they did.
Well, you know,
what?
Alex, I saw the Epstein list and Bill Clinton was on it. So I sold my Clinton perfume and my Clinton shoes, and my Clinton hat and my Clinton meme coin. I sold all of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
You must be pissed.
Yeah, all the merch. I had to sell my Clinton Bible. It was I didn't burn it
He
because I
always
thought
tries
someone would be
to bring
offended.
in other people on this thing. He goes, well, what about Bill Clinton? Well, I don't care about Bill Clinton. You're president, you know?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm for prosecuting anyone who engaged in
Yeah.
pedophilia.
Yeah. What's that? Bill Giving.
got it on my shelf.
Mm.
He went to the island 28 times, according to Trump today.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
but
he wasn't
wait,
talking
hold on
about
a
what-
second.
was
Hold
a
on a
nice
second.
island.
If there isn't a list, the only way he would have known he was there was if he was there too.
That's right.
If there's no documentation, no list, whatever, how does he
Yeah.
know 28 times?
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Actually, to
Yeah.
tell you the damn
Yeah.
truth. Yeah.
Either there's a list or there isn't, or he was there and welcomed him, and you know.
Yeah. No, you're
Or
right.
he's just picking.
You're absolutely right. But he went there 28 times. Okay. Well, going to the island is not a terrible thing. You know, nobody says you did anything there.
Yeah.
The terrible thing is
Blurring the
going to
line.
the island and having sex with a 14-year-old, which I'm sure Trump did. And maybe he
Oh,
didn't go to the island.
Special
Maybe
secret.
maybe he didn't go to the island. Maybe he was here in New York. Okay. You know, I have a very good friend, Bobby Slayton. Bobby Slayton, every now and then would come to New York and he'd say to me, oh, I've got this friend who's putting me up in an apartment he owns. And it wasn't until the Epstein affair got revealed and he got arrested that Bobby called me and said, well, there goes my apartment to use.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He was good friends with Epstein because Epstein liked his comedy act.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was an element of Epstein where he ingratiated himself to everybody he could, you know. And if you were well known or you were famous or you were in show business or you were in politics, then he would court you.
Or the scientific community.
Yes.
Really?
People not used to being treated that way, he would give them the celebrity treatment.
Oh,
That
really?
was the other thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so, you know, that's a part of him that, you know, I'm sure a lot of people are on that Epstein. If you had his contacts, you'd probably see world famous people. That doesn't mean he was handing young girls over to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But I'm sure Trump, if he hung around him, was for the sex. Why else would you hang around Epstein, for crying out loud? You know, creepy guy, you know. So anybody, I always ask this. Let me say this first before we talk about this. I always ask about movies. Everybody tells me now. Everybody tells me you got to see Superman. You know what? No, Francis.
I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I walked out halfway.
Really?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Why?
Wait a minute. This is a review we haven't gotten yet.
No, nobody. Everybody's
Her movie review.
No, I was expecting, like the kind of movie like Christopher Reeve where it's a story about Superman and Metropolis, and it was sort of more realistic, even though you had three
Oh, yeah.
supervillains. This was too it felt like the whole Superman story was like besides the point. Like that was just like a little, and it was just too much going on. It was too busy. It wasn't Superman to me. It wasn't,
Mike's nodding yes.
I can see why you would say that for sure. Like I can see how people would. The thing about Superman now is there's been so many takes on it that people have their favorite take and they kind of go from there. For me, that was like, I like that they didn't do an origin, but a lot of people were wishing that they did do the origin, right?
Yeah.
But this was the comic books come to life, and it was clearly, it wasn't just a Superman movie. This is a DC Comics movie.
Yeah,
showing
I don't know
there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think also because they plan on taking those characters and putting them in other films. You know?
But the Lois and Clark, I thought was like the closest Lois and Clark comparison I could make was the Reeve, the back and forth that they had. I thought it was just like the original. I really loved that part of it.
That part was good.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the human part was
Why
good.
didn't they just title it Mrs. Nasal Screws a Superhero?
I think they test audience that one and it just didn't pan out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I don't make movies. Anyway, but the other question I had is that everybody tells me that Fantastic Four is a good movie.
It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good, Alex. Like I wanted to watch that movie with Shecky so badly. They took the 1960s comic and they figured out a way to make the 1960s comic this movie. And it's all about family, just like the comic was. The characters are so well defined, and they are a family. And that's like the comic book was. They did such a good job with it.
It has Pedro Pascal in the film.
Yeah.
So we all know is the male Scarlett Johansson. So
I'm waiting for Fantastic Five. I've heard it's one better. Since Spinal Tattoo's coming out, that's
so Marjorie, we got to go see Superman. But Fantastic Four, everybody says to me, is a terrific picture. You gonna go watch it with me, Marjorie?
I'll think about it.
Or do I have to wait for it to come online?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Alex, we were going to talk. Okay, so when we were going to do our thing on Friday, you and I were I had a list of things I wanted to talk about. Fantastic Four was one of them.
Yeah.
And at that point, you told me a little story that I haven't heard. I didn't hear it in Life in the Passing Lane. I've never heard you talk about it here. And you got to do some work with Stan Lee. And I said I was going to remind you to talk about that today.
Well, he did a thing at Carnegie Hall. And I knew Stan. Okay. And he called up and asked me, would you appear on stage with me at Carnegie Hall playing one of the characters from the comic books? And what they were going to do is they were going to literally have people like me read a comic book character and recreate the comics on stage. Now, when he said Carnegie Hall, I go, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Anyway, no. I said, yeah, sure, Carnegie Hall. In fact, I was backstage at Carnegie Hall and I made a long distance call. Remember those? A long distance call to my mother in California and said, Mom, guess where I am?
Jail again?
I've never been in jail. That's one thing I want to do before I die. It's on my bucket list. Anyway, and I said, guess what, Mom? I'm backstage at Carnegie Hall and I'm about to go on. my mother said, "Wow, yeah, that really impressed my mother that I
Yeah, I guess.
that I was going to play Carnegie Hall." Anybody, by the way,
That's what it took to impress your mother.
well, only
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's not a doctor, so
only wait a minute. It's interesting though. The truth of the matter is that anybody can perform at Carnegie Hall. It's a rental.
sure,
No,
sure.
it's rental. But anyway, so I went on and I read from the comic books, and then when I tell people I read Doctor Doom, they're crazy about it. And when I did, I didn't even know who the hell Doctor Doom was.
Stan Lee's favorite villain.
Yeah.
Kevorkian's partner, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's a partner of Kevorkian. But that was my big day at Carnegie Hall. So,
What was it like to be on the stage at Carnegie Hall?
I hardly remember anymore.
Uh-huh.
I just was so in fear of. See, in those days, I was very good at being on stage. It scared me. I did plays when I was a kid, but that was the smaller audiences. This is Carnegie Hall. There are, 3,000 people in that hall, something like that. And but I did it. I don't remember much about it, to be honest with you. I just remember calling my mother,
Yeah.
and then reading the script of this character. I didn't even know who the hell it was, so. But it was called A Night with Stan Lee.
Was Shecky there?
No, no, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Was this before I knew Shecky? This is maybe about the time I got to know Shecky.
Gotcha. 3,600 seats in Carnegie Hall, by the way. You on stage, I mean, I'm certain that being an MC of an event, very different than you being talent, to do something like that, right? You
but
a lot more comfort.
I used to go on as a host I used to be, have a radio show, and then I would do these big shows like at Stanford, 9,000 people,
Yeah.
And that I didn't mind. And part of the reason I didn't mind it is because I was already doing a radio program and everybody was there because they liked the radio program. Okay. So I had like a head start. I couldn't really make too many mistakes. And I actually had material and stuff like that I did, but I didn't mind doing it. Then people said, what about 9,000 people? And I said, something, when there are 9,000 people out there, it's just this mass of humanity. And you don't feel like, I said the most I was ever scared was when I went to a place in San Francisco called the Holy City Zoo, which was a very small comedy club that every comedian went to test out their material.
Yep.
And I got up on stage and there were only 3 people in front of me.
That is
I was in the bathroom. Sorry.
Right.
Did you wash your hands?
No.
No, that was scary because they can heckle you and they can also jump up on stage and get you, But that scared me more than 9,000 people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a strange thing when there are 9,000 people out there.
Well, it becomes one thing, like you're not connecting with anybody in particular.
Well, they also bought tickets and that money was going to me. So I didn't mind 9,000 people. But Marjorie never knew me during that time. I always refer to that as the time when I used to be a big shot.
Yeah.
Len just went, yep.
Yep. You were a big, and you know what? I tell you this all the time. You don't believe me, but you still are. When I mention your name, people always go, "Oh yeah, God, I used to love listening to that guy."
Yeah.
So
the next thing they say is, "Whatever happened to him?"
No, the next thing they say is, "I can't believe he's still alive."
The next thing they say is, "Nurse, bring me my pudding in the beds."
Well, let me see. Oh, I don't have it here right now.
But Alex Bennett is still alive?
Yeah.
And highly medicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. And everybody always says the same thing. They're just like, wow, you talk to him every week? That's amazing. I love that guy.
The old school Letterman people all remember you.
The old school Letterman people?
Yeah, like the late night with David Letterman people.
Oh,
if your name comes up, they all remember.
I was on radio here at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you're on radio, you're well known. And when you're not, You aren't. You know,
Yeah.
I
Were you more successful in San Francisco than New York, or equally, or?
think I was more successful in New York. Financially, I was more successful in San Francisco. And
Hmm.
in San Francisco, I had comedy shows I did and things like
Right.
television shows I did and things
Yeah.
like that, you know. So I think I was more successful there than I was here. But I became more of a kind of legend here,
Mm.
you know, because people would listen to me late at night, and here was this guy
I did.
speaking to
I did. Yeah.
a younger generation, like when she was a child, I would imagine. How
Oh,
old
you were
were you when you
you
I
listened?
were
was
the
I was
afternoon.
like I was like 18 or 19 or something. And you were on at 2 a.m. and I wasn't working then and I would just stay up all night and
You
smoke
were
and
the overnight guy? Wow.
yeah. When I heard you, you were
Yeah,
on
I went on
PLJ.
at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
What? Wow.
Well, you know, the thing is, you go on at 2 in the morning in New York City, and you got millions of people listening to
You
you.
know, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
true.
know, you do. You go on at two
It
in the
was
morning
great.
in San Francisco, and there are crickets out there.
Yeah.
But I loved doing that time of night. That to me
Yeah.
was the
Great
best.
show.
Well, also because none of the bosses of the station were up that time of night, so I could do
Right.
anything I wanted to. And I never heard much from them for 5 years. I showed up once for a meeting they were having, a talent meeting. Okay, and I show up, and the woman at the front desk says, "Can I help you?"
Who the hell are you?
And I said, "I'm Alex Bennett. And who are you here to see?" And I went, "I work here." So that was kind of a strange time for me. But
Yeah, I guess.
you're not, where are you driving home now, Mandy? Or are you actually still going to your
I'm going to the gym. I have this week, today and tomorrow. That'll be it.
and that's it. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. We're all
It's
going
fine.
we're all
It's
gonna
totally
be
fine.
we're all
Start
gonna
a GoFundMe.
we're,
I know. I was like, oh darn, that's like some income I'm losing, but
well, it couldn't have,
okay.
it didn't pay you that much, did it?
I mean, it wasn't bad. Especially since I just had to buy this car. It was making my car payment.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
that's kind of a bum, but it's all right.
well, Marjorie and I'll be happy to make your car payments.
You
Okay.
will? Okay, I'll give you my Venmo.
Hey, Mandy, I have
You
a
can-
question for you. Is there a
Yes.
potential that you could take the class somewhere else and lead it there, and then you get all the money?
Well, the place I joined is they have a certain format that they like license or pay to do, and it's Les Mills. That's the name of the format, the person that started it. And
Is it
the
format?
one I do is a little like it's smaller. It's not as well known. So I would have to probably go to another like kind of boutique studio or a smaller business than like a chain gym.
I
Like
worked in a business that for years there were formats,
yes.
you know, but at a gym working out, that is a format.
Well, it's a format because what it is, it's group fitness. So they have, body pump, which is like weights. And then they have one called body combat, and that's like kickboxing. And then they have one called core, and it's just you work your core. And then, you know what I mean? It's like different kinds of exercises. So the one I've been doing is kettlebells and resistance bands.
Leave Les Mills and go with Les Nessman.
I used to do that, but it was called having sex.
With kettlebells?
Oh my goodness.
Well, how much? Well, to tell you the truth, how much? I'm asking you a simple question. How much exercise do you get from having sex? If you do it right.
I think it entirely depends on the sex.
Yeah.
Because I could work up a sweat,
Depends on if you're alone or not.
Yeah, but working up a sweat, just getting your pants up doesn't count.
So anyway, how you do? What's happening in your life, Andrew, that is worth talking about?
Getting ready to go have dinner with Mike Chisholm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In beautiful and spacious Chilliwack, Canada. Is that how you pronounce it?
Chilliwack, yes.
Chilliwack, yeah.
Chilliwack? I didn't know
Chilliwack.
that.
The suburb
Yep.
of Vancouver, yes.
Yeah.
Is it nice in Chilliwack?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've been
lots
there.
of agriculture. But yes, it's nice. Chilliwack's nice.
My brother-in-law lives there, so we're going, and then we're gonna head to Alaska.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I want to do, they say that one of the best cruises you can do is to Alaska.
Heard
Yeah.
that too.
That's what we're doing. And
Yeah.
then, yep. And that's just finishing up a week's work here, and then Tuesday I'm off to Canada, and then the cruise.
Wow.
Nice.
I'll try to check in from the cruise. I think I'll be on the boat or the ship during one of your shows.
You've been very good at getting in touch with us when you're away and things like that. Yeah.
It was funny when you were on Sirius, I used to call in from all over. I called you once from Saudi Arabia. I called you once from Brazil, I think from Thailand. And you always thought I was full of crap and I was lying about where I was.
Well, you know
Same,
what it is?
you and Jay Thomas. Jay Thomas actually hung up on me and called. I had told his assistant, who was your assistant, Christine, what hotel I was in, and he called my hotel to see if I was lying.
Oh shit!
From the show, yeah. He called and got an idiot gave my room number out, which didn't really matter. Not too many other people in Thailand.
And where were you at the time?
I was in Bangkok.
That's hysterical.
At the
Bangkok?
Intercontinental.
No, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah.
I have a guy who calls us from Malaysia.
Yep.
On the nighttime program.
I called in from Malaysia once when you were on. I was in Kuala Lumpur.
You know what's interesting is that you can call anywhere in the world now, and it hardly costs anything.
It's free. Yeah. It's freaking.
You know,
I was able to do it through Skype. It had the international calling, so
when
I would,
when I was a kid, if you wanted to call New York, you had to call the operator first.
Sure.
Right. And then it was like $1 every 3 minutes, which was a lot of money in those days. You know,
to call New York, you switched from the Campbell's tomato soup can to the chicken noodle soup.
That's correct. Exactly what you do.
Yeah.
No,
hey,
but
oh, go ahead.
What are you going to say? No,
I'm gonna switch back to a previous. I'm gonna do a callback when you guys are ready.
Well, we're ready.
All right. According to our
like
AI,
you're acting like this show goes anywhere.
You're right.
According to our AI future overlords, the number of calories burned during sex varies depending on factors like intensity, duration, and body weight. But here's a general idea: men about 100 to 150 calories burned during a 25-minute session. Now, I mean, I don't know about you, but a 25-minute session.
How many for women? How many for women? That doesn't say for women.
Yeah, about 70 to 100 calories in the same time frame. It's roughly equivalent to a brisk 15 to 30-minute walk.
How many calories do you burn if you're lying about having sex?
Well, that's glad to know that. That's so women actually burn less calories. So I could never use that as an argument for having sex. Like, hey, you want to lose some weight?
Less than
that's
me,
a good,
but you can lose.
That's a good way to start out. Asking your woman if you want sex. You want to lose some weight.
You want to lose some of that flab, babe?
That'll work.
Nobody ever used that excuse with you, did they, Charlene?
I'm sorry.
Nobody ever.
I'm like zoned out. What?
Nobody ever use that excuse. Do you want to lose some weight? Let's.
That's a hell of a line.
I would say no. I'd rather use Ozempic.
Ozempic? Yeah. What do you do with Ozempic? You shoot it in your belly, right?
Really?
Well, I don't think you actually push the needle in. I think you put it up against your stomach and then you like press the thing and it does it for you.
You trigger and it releases it.
You know, you don't have to know how to, put a injection in you. Marjorie, for a while, was having for her allergies, having to give herself shots. And you go take classes from the doctor's nurse or something.
Yeah,
on
took a while to learn how to do it.
But the needles today are just super thin. I mean, those things just go in, they're thinner than a pore.
It's like the little diabetes monitors that you put on your arm to check.
Yeah, I have one right here.
Do you really?
Oh, wow.
I have one just to see if the keto stuff I eat actually works. I went.
They make it look like that just glues onto you, but it's actually a needle, isn't it? That goes
Yeah, but it's not. It when you pull the thing off, it's a hair. It's a needle it's a hair with a coating to make it rigid. And when you look in the thing and you're like, oh my God, it's a freaking railroad spike. And then when you peel the thing off and you look at it, it's literally just like literally a hair that's been under your skin.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt or anything when you put it on.
You don't even feel it.
And how long is it good when you put it on? How long is it good for being there?
10 or 15 days, depending on which one you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and mine counteracts the chip that Bill Gates put in me during the vaccine period. So they can't.
So it doesn't hurt putting it on or anything like that.
It hurts more taking it off. The
Yeah, it does.
a bitch. The adhesives
It
you'd think they were trying to leave it there for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Wow, that's well, hey, life gets better, if you got diabetes, now you got a better way of handling it.
What's cool is I eat something and then I look on my phone to see what the reaction is. I don't have diabetes. But
I don't either. I don't either.
They got all these keto products.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Wait, why are you doing it then?
Neither. I have my sugar goes really low. I mean, it'll go down to the 53, 40 something. One time I ended up in the hospital. It was at 26. So I have to really track. It tracks when I go low.
In my case, I'm doing it. I've been on keto for years. I used to weigh 365, and I lost all that weight. And lately, I've been following the same plan, gaining a little bit here and there. So I wanted to see how different foods were affecting glucose spikes, so that I can adjust remove things from my diet that I shouldn't be eating. And it's interesting because there's all these products that say they're net carbs of 3 or 4. Some of them you eat and your glucose spikes like crazy because they're full of shit. They're lying. And other products you can see if they work. So it gives me an opportunity to remove some things that I didn't know were screwing with my weight. So
now they're saying Ozempic is good for other things like kidney problems and so on and so forth. So
until it cures halitosis, they're not going to.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Anybody else here a diabetic? Well, of course, Charlie.
I'm diabetic, but I don't.
We call him Charlie Four Toes.
I'm pre-diabetic.
You're pre-diabetic?
Yeah.
Mandy? Wow.
Yes.
What?
The doctor thinks it's because of the genetic factor. Both my dad and my grandfather both developed type 2 diabetes, like in their 50s. And they weren't. My grandfather may have been overweight a little bit, but my dad wasn't.
What's pre-diabetic though? I would think that you are either diabetic or you're diabetic.
If your insulin ranges between 100 and 110 all the time, above that 100, you're considered either insulin resistant or pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
And then if you're above that 120 plus, then you're diabetic.
Now, on the other hand, Charlie is diabetic, right, Charlie?
Oh, yeah. That's why they cut 6 of my toes off.
Yeah. I mean, we say he's like, he's a New York gangster. His name is Charlie Four Toes.
I did a physical, and they did one of those CAT scans of the heart just to see what it was, and they can tell how much plaque and everything was perfect. I scored a 0, so I told the doctor I was going to go down the street and chant, "I'm number 0." Zero.
Well, so what do you have to do, Charlie? I guess you can't eat.
I take metformin.
Huh?
I take metformin religiously.
They don't advertise it on television. I never heard of it before.
It's pretty common. That for someone who's got strong diabetes, I'm surprised you're on that. I would have thought you'd be taking insulin.
No, because I'm very religious. I measure my blood sugar twice a day, every day, and if it goes too high, I quit drinking sodas or whatever. And then if it's normal, then I'll eat normal food.
Most of the people here are old enough that everybody's got some kind of medical condition, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to die of nothing.
Paula, you had some kind of problem.
Healthiest guy.
I've had a knee replacement.
Okay. All right.
But so far so good.
Well, Marjorie, for instance, is 90% cortisone.
Hey, have we met Charlie's girlfriend yet? Charlie, you gonna introduce her to us or what?
She's shy. What can I say?
All right.
Well, he has to wait. He has to blow her up.
Oh no!
I would keep her off camera. These people are going to, I mean,
I know.
keep her safe.
Yeah, right. I went and got a what do you call it? What is it called again? Cortisone
Glove.
Yeah.
in my hand here, and the hand still hurts. But they said, huh?
I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
Now go ahead.
I was just going to say, since we're talking about health, has anybody tried the Aura ring?
Oh, the Aura ring. I see a lot of people wearing those.
What is that?
My boyfriend Henry got one, and he's like just obsessed with it. Like,
what does it do?
You see, you can get one of these. I can't get it for people to see it. There it is. There it is. There's my. Huh?
Yeah.
This.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have an Apple Watch, but this thing tracks your sleep.
Oh no, but the Ultra
It tracks everything.
Yeah.
Like your sleep, your
this does too.
heart rate, it'll tell you, like, it looks like you need to get up and walk around.
No, but I can do all those things with my watch.
Yeah, mine does that too. Is the Aura ring, that's for the finger, right?
Yeah, he's not a watch person, so he got one of those
People
rings.
enjoy doing this.
Sounds like something's gonna nag you. I don't need a nag.
Right?
I mean, you wear it all the time. I mean, it is tracking his sleep. I mean, it shows how much deep
That's
sleep.
weird. Mine's telling me to stop listening to bullshit.
I am neurotic enough. I don't really need to track nothing.
No.
Here, mine tracks those things. I really, but the Aura ring, a lot of people are using them, because they do track a lot of stuff. I think there are a few things it does that the watch is not able to do yet. What they're trying to do with the watch is make it be able to check your blood pressure, but they haven't been able to do one which meets medical standards. Okay. But I do what is it? It has a EK. What's it called? EK.
Pulse.
KG.
Pulse and pulse oxygen, blood oxygen.
Yeah. EEG.
EEG?
ECG.
ECG.
Electrocardiogram.
Yeah. It'll do that. And then you can send the results to your doctor.
The watches are now becoming the technological Swiss Army knife.
Well, it's going to be a time when these watches will be able to track almost everything in your body, but they just haven't gotten that smart yet.
Mine deflects bullets. Wonder Man.
Yeah, right. Right. No, Wonder Woman did that.
Wonder Man.
Yeah. But anyway, so anybody see any good movies at all?
Other than Fantastic Four.
F1.
What?
I saw F1. F1.
Everybody said
F1?
good too.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I saw a total piece of crap. Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, really?
Is it not
No.
good? Like, is it like
I didn't like the
non-guilty
first
pleasure
one.
good?
I think Adam Sandler sucks, but unless he's doing somebody else's movies.
Okay.
But it's really
If
bad.
somebody liked Happy Gilmore 1 as kind of a guilty pleasure, would this movie be in line with that in your mind?
Well, it depends, because I watched it because Happy Gilmore 1 had so many unanswered questions I needed to know about.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore 1, when Adam Sandler is fighting Bob Barker on the green, and it is one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen.
I thought it was funny.
I love that. I love that scene.
This one, I saw the first one and it was mildly funny. This one,
Okay.
I didn't laugh once.
Okay, there you go.
It's just a bunch of cameos of golfers I've never heard of, and and a stupid story, and his characters that play his kids don't make any sense.
You know what they're making? And it's coming out, I think, in November, December. Spinal Tap 2.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. I hear it goes to 11.
With Elton John playing with them in one scene. So
The trailer looks great.
One last question I want to ask you. Marjorie hates my beard.
Beard, yeah.
Tell them why,
The
Marjorie.
bottom part, the Van Dyke part.
Is it structural, like functional? Is it because it tickles somewhere or itches somewhere?
Oh,
No.
No, that's 'cause
Okay.
she doesn't like goats.
She just doesn't like it, and it's just getting long, more Van Dyke-y than it has been before. Yeah.
I dig it personally, but
Or
you know,
should I cut it down so I don't have a Van Dyke anymore?
I don't have to nuzzle with you, so I like it the way it is. But
Yeah.
if she doesn't nuzzle with you, might have a different.
Marjorie, when I kiss you, do you feel it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Men.
Okay.
Men with beards are losers.
Well, I think you didn't like beards, did you? In men, wasn't that a new thing with you that you didn't like? You didn't like it?
Well, you're the only one with facial hair that I've ever really been with.
Well, you know why is because in the time when you were dating a lot, most guys didn't have facial hair.
And they had hair.
Now everybody has facial
And
hair.
they,
Look here, Len LaFrisco, Andrew Deutsch has a beard, Charlie has a mustache, Mike Chisholm has a beard. The rest are women, so I'm not going to add them. I don't want to be insulting, you know.
My lesbian friend has a beard. His name's Bob.
Okay. Hey, listen, we've run out of time. This is another wonderful hour. Just everybody who talks about this show doesn't come on it, but you know, talks about it, just kind of loves you guys. You know, it's a nice bunch of people, you know. And I noticed that one of our people writing in today on the comments was Don Giller. He's
Right on.
Never heard of her.
It's like he says it's like a replay.
Don't encourage it.
Yeah.
And he says Ramble has overtaken the PopUp. Are you kidding me?
Really?
It's only good when you called on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Diane Weeks said that's what Letterman said too. I don't know what that means. But anyway, it's really nice. You know, we've had a lot of.
I gotta go.
Okay, well, we got to go too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just say that I will see you guys
Next week.
oh yes, next week you're
Oh.
going to be here.
on this Friday.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
It's actually this.
I look forward to her coming.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, arriving here, and
Yeah.
I enjoy her.
Stay in character. That'll be fine.
We have really nice discussions. She's smart, and you know. Thanks to Charlene. Thank you, Charlene. Thanks to Mike Chisholm, Paul Levin. I'm going to get it straight one of these days. Thanks to Francine Witt. Nice talking to you, kiddo. John Ewing, nice having you here. You've been a little quiet today, but you know, that's okay. We just like having you here. Yeah, thank you to Len. Thank you to Marjorie for being here. Mandy, always a pleasure. Charlie Wallace, we think the world of you. Thanks to what's his name who left?
Andrew Deutsch.
Andrew Deutsch. And finally, we sign off all of this with our regular sign off from Edward Berger as he says,
"That's all, folks."
Bye-bye, everybody. See you later.
Thank you, Alex.
Have a